Good morning. We'll get going with this while John's working on the other. Good morning. Thank you. I'm Barbara Thompson and a member of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to our service. Unitarian Universalism encourages an open-ended search for meaning.
There it is. We're on. You got it, John.
I think it's on. Yes.
Okay. I think we need to turn it down. I guess I should turn it off first. Thank you, John.
Test. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. We just thought some entertainment would go well this morning. Anyway, Unitarian Universalism encourages an open-minded search for meaning in life and a commitment to asking our values to shape our actions. We are a pluralistic religion that draws wisdom from many sources. We welcome all people to our beloved community of whatever age, race, class, ethnicity, physical ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or religious background. We welcome especially those worshiping with us for the first time. Guests are welcome to participate in activities in our community. Welcome team members are wearing green name badges and are ready to answer any question you may have if you are a visitor or new to this congregation. Pastoral care team members are wearing yellow name badges and are able to talk with you if you have life transitions or need assistance. We invite everyone to join us, not downstairs today, but we have our coffee set up at the back of the sanctuary for coffee and snacks so we can get to know you better. Thank you for being with us today.
Our spotlight this morning, my daughter asked if she could give the spotlight, so here is Olivia Springer.
Good morning. My name is Olivia Springer. I want to thank some people from last night for the Witches Ball. So their names are Barbarian, Zach, Annie, Joey, Tommy, Deb, Sarah, Becky, Carol, Diane, Julie, Molly, Mia, Mindy, Mike, Becca, Thomas, Brian, Steve, Marcy, Dom, Deshawn, Annie, Alice, Andrea, Ren, Karen, Mickey, and Mr. Ken. And for Trunk or Treat, there it is, Brian Tufty, Julie Swanson, Allison Foley, and the Pickerel family. Thank you, and if I did miss a few names, so sorry. I did this last night, and me personally was super tired and could not remember anybody's names. But thank you guys so much for last night, and Mom.
Yep. And I personally need to thank my two children, who between the two of them did almost 60,000 steps yesterday. So, they did a lot of walking. So with that, we will go ahead and have the choir. Woo indeed. Listen more often to things rather than to beings. Hear the fire's voice. Hear the voice of water. In the wind, hear the sobbing of the trees. It is our forefathers breathing. The dead are not gone forever. They are in the paling shadows. And in the darkening shadows, the dead are not beneath the ground. They are in the rustling tree, in the murmuring wood, in the flowing water, in the still water, in the lonely place, and in the crowd. The dead are not dead. With that being said, I am going to do a quick little announcement because I'm sure you all noticed that there is paper and pencils on every table. Later in the service, you're going to have an opportunity to take that paper and drop it into the cauldron. But what you want to do with that paper is write the name of your ancestors that you wish to honor. Dropping it into the cauldron is the significance that you're not forgetting them, because next weekend, the Earth-Based Traditions team is going to be out at Singing Bird Lodge in Rock Island at Black Hawk Park, and we are going to take all these names and we are going to put them in a bonfire to bring them and release them back to the earth. Because I'm sure all of us are aware, and if you're not, we die 2 times. We die the day that our bodies die. And then we die the last time somebody says our name. This is a way to honor our ancestors. So during the joys and sorrows and the lighting of the candles, at that time, if you wish to come and place your name in the cauldron, that would be the time. Okay, for something I never do, we're going to do a call to worship. Patrick does this all the time. I never do it. But we're going to do, and I would like all of you to please join me because my voice is not something you want to hear, in singing 1069 in the Green Hymnal. Words are up on the PowerPoint. And I would like to sing it 3 times, if we please. Thank you. That was beautiful. And now we're going to light our chalice. I'm going to ask John DeGrave to please light it because my knees are way too bad. If you'll join me in saying the words, "Come, let us enter this space of hope and community. Come, let us enter this space with our sorrow, our joys, our passion, and compassion. Come, let us enter with the stories of our ancestors, for their strength and wisdom beats in our hearts. Come into this space, present to the beloved community." We are building a future for other generations. Come into this space and let us worship. And now our opening song is number 1067. If you would like to stand, if you're willing or able, it's Mother Earth, Beloved Garden. We are going to sing all 5 verses. If you'll remain standing, I would like to go ahead and have us greet each other. Let's greet each other and say good morning, say welcome. Extroverts, I'm really sorry. It's time to take your seats. Introverts, you're welcome. We have a lot to do today. Words for all ages. Normally Ken comes up here and he gives us a lovely story. Today I have a video. It is a little bit long, so John, I'm sorry. But this is a book. When my father died back in 2012, my kids were a little younger, and they didn't understand why their papa was gone. And this is a book that I read to them, and we had a very deep discussion. And I would like to share it for all of the children and all of the adults. So, Marcy?
There is a beginning and an ending for everything that is alive. In between is living. All around us, everywhere. Beginnings and endings are going on all the time. With living in between. This is true for all things. For plants, for people, for birds, for fish, for trees, for animals, even for the tiniest insect. Nothing that is alive goes on living forever. How long it lives depends upon what it is. And what happens while it is living. Sometimes living things become ill, or they get hurt. Mostly, of course, they get better again. But there are times when they are so badly hurt, they are so ill that they die because they can no longer stay alive. This can happen when they're young, or old, or anywhere in between. It may be sad, but it is the way of all things. And it is true for everything that is alive. For plants, for people, for birds, for fish, for trees, for animals, even for the tiniest insect. There are lots of living things in our world. Each one has its own special lifetime. Trees that are tall and strong grow slowly, standing in the sunshine and in the rain. Some of them live for a very long time indeed, as long as 100 years more. That is their lifetime. Rabbits and mice grow up in only a few weeks. Then they go on to live for a year or two, crunching up carrots and nibbling at cheese until they grow old and very tired, and it is their time to die. That is how it happens today for rabbits and mice. It is the way they live, and it is their lifetime. Flowers and vegetables planted as seeds in the beginning of spring, when the earth is warm, grow quickly to live through the heat of summer. The days pass, and they become old during autumn, when it is cooler. Then, when winter comes, and it is cold, they die. It is the way they live. That is their lifetime. Butterflies live as butterflies for only a few weeks. Once they have dried their wings, they flutter and flit from leaf to flower. At first, they are bright and quick, but as time passes, they begin to slow down until finally they can go no further. They rest for a while, and then they die. That is the way butterflies live, and that is their lifetime. Birds grow up quite quickly too. It is often no more than a few months from the time they hatch until they are strong enough to fly and feed themselves. How long they live after that seems to depend upon their size. Mostly, the bigger they are, the longer they will be alive. That is the way birds live. Some for as long as 50 years. Others, no more than 2 or 3. But however long, it is their lifetime for each one. Fish, swimming in lakes and rivers or in the sea, can be so tiny it is hard to tell that they are there at all. Or so big that the only way to describe them is enormous. Again, as far as we know, it seems that the smaller they are, the shorter will be their lifetime. But that is how it is for fish. Their lives can be as little as a day or so, or as long as 80 or 90 years. It is the way they live, and those are their lifetimes. And people? Well, like everything else that is alive, people have lifetimes too. They live for about 60 or 70 years, sometimes even longer, doing all the things that people do, like growing up and being grown up. It can happen, just as it does with all other things, that people become ill or they get hurt. Mostly, of course, they get better again. But there are times when they are so badly hurt or they are so ill that they die because they can no longer stay alive. It may be sad, but that is how it is for people. It is the way they live, and it is their lifetime. So, no matter how long they are or how short, lifetimes are really all the same. They have beginnings and endings, and there is living in between. That is how things are. For plants, for people, for birds, for fish, for animals, even for the tiniest insects. Everywhere.
So with that, if our children would like to go downstairs with Mr. Ken, we'll go ahead and sing them out.
There is a beginning and an ending for everything that is alive.
And good morning. I'm Barbara Thompson, a member of the Pastoral Care Team. As we gather today, we pause to reflect on what lies in our hearts In this time of sharing, we take a moment to recognize our personal joys and sorrows and to read from the Book of Joys and Sorrows, those personal life events you have chosen to share with us. We have 3 joys today. From Taryn Van Ettinger, a joy to have welcomed Oreo Bun Buns, a rabbit, and Petey Bird, a parakeet, into our household last Sunday. From Rita Coyne, my husband Pat Logan and I celebrated our 47th wedding anniversary. Yay. And from Allison Foley, I am celebrating my 38th trip around the sun tomorrow. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Thank you. From Barbarian, grateful to everyone who donated, volunteered, and attended the Witches' Ball. It was fantastic. Bless you all. And also, so grateful to have Gale and her family as friends. Y'all brighten my life. Thank you. Did we have anything online today?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Okay. I have one from Tommy C. Marciano. He says, my cat recovered from being sick. He is joyful with this. So.
Okay, thank you. For what has been shared and for what remains in the quiet sanctuary of our hearts, we are grateful. Let us become aware of the energy that brings us together in beloved community. As we share a time of silent meditation, may we open our minds and hearts to a place of quiet, to a silent prayer for the healing of pain and the comfort of love. After our silent time, you're invited to come forward and light a candle during the musical meditation.
Sometimes you come in the night when I'm fast asleep. Sometimes you come in the day, though I still can't see. A sound or a scent or a memory, a thought or a feeling deep within my dreams. I am a child of gods and giddens of old. I am the product of thousands and the mysteries they hold. Walking a path that is charmed. With all that I am armed for what lies ahead. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes your wings stir the air, mystery on the wind. Sometimes a spark into flame reflects fire within. Your sulphury breath calls me to take heed. There is no rehearsal, this scene is gathering speed. But sometimes the voice in my head whispers, I'm not enough. And then your thunderous laughter responds, though today might seem tough. You come from a line of magicians, 'tis true. Be steadfast and bold, for they stand here now with you. You are a child of gods and Gideons of old. You are the product of thousands and the mysteries they hold. Walking a path that is charmed. With all that you are armed for what lies ahead. Oh, 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 I am a child of gods and Gideons of old. I am the product of thousands and the mysteries they hold. Walking a path that is charmed. With all that I am armed for what lies ahead. Oh.
This congregation is supported by the pledges of our members and friends. The offering provides an additional opportunity for expressing generosity by those attending the UU today. We are sharing the plate this month with a UUCQC community meal. I am going to put a spell on you to be as generous as you can. Listen more often to things rather than to beings. Hear the fire's voice. Hear the voice of water. In the wind, hear the sobbing of the trees. It is the breathing of our forefathers. Those who are gone are not beneath the ground, not dead. The dead are not gone forever. They are in a woman's breast, in a child's crying, in a glowing ember. The dead are not beneath the earth. They are in the flickering fire, in the weeping plant, in the groaning rock, the wooded place, the home. The dead are not dead. Listen more often to things rather than beings. Hear the fire's voice. Hear the voice of the water. In the wind, hear the sobbing of the trees. It is the breathing of our forefathers. Samhain, October 31st, Halloween. This is very holy to the Wiccan and Pagans, to the Druids, to anybody who is an earth-based person. This is when we honor those who have gone before us. This is when we listen a little more carefully for our ancestors. They're always there. They're always giving you a little poke, a smell when you're walking through a room, a flower that your mother loved, suddenly bloomed that you haven't seen in a long time. This is how your ancestors are talking to you. You just need to listen and watch and feel. Why are they important to us, though? This is our past, but it's also our present, and it is our future. Women are born with their grandchildren inside of them, in their ovaries. They have us already. I got you. How do we move forward when our ancestors pass away? We remember them. We honor them. And my parents are here on the windowsill right now. They both just sat down. This is such a special day for me personally. There are so many things that my parents have taught me and shown me, and they still teach me and they still show me. And I'm hoping that they teach and show you too, your own beloved parents and grandparents and friends. And not just that, but Joyce Singh said it a couple weeks ago. Your ancestors are not just people. It's elements that make up your life. Water, air. It's down to the minutest little thing. That is why it is so important for we as earth-based and we as Unitarian and we as human beings to remember our past, to embrace our past, the pain and the love, both. We don't learn if we don't listen and watch and grow and heal some of our hurts, our traumas. We need to heal those with our past as well in order to grow, in order to be more present in the future. That's my mom. Sorry. One of the ways that you can do this, and I'm sure most of us already do this, you hang the pictures of your ancestors. But you can also have a little table. I at home have a table, not quite as elaborate as this one down here, but I have a table with my family's pictures and little tchotchkes. And when I'm troubled and hurting or happy, I stand and I talk to them. I share with them everything to help me, to help them, so that they know that I'm okay. I'm not gonna crash and burn. Yeah, I struggle. We all struggle. But to let them know that everything's okay too. So when they do the quick little sit and look at me through the windows at church, they know everything's fine. Ancestors are very important. We need to listen. The words that I spoke in my opening words and the words that I spoke at the beginning of this is actually a song in our teal hymnal. I almost wanted the choir to sing it. And then I'm like, no, I want to say the words because they're important. It's important to remember to listen, not just to people, but to things, to the wind rushing through the trees. When I'm very upset and I just need love, I go down to the river. My mom loved the Mississippi. My dad grew up on the Mississippi. The Mississippi is home. I listen to the water. I encourage all of you to do the same, not just at this time of the year, but always. And I know we're all busy. There's times you're not going to hear it. I get it. I'm busy. There's times I'm not going to hear anything. But then there are those times when you're just sitting and thinking, or you've got a problem, or you're happy and you just want to share it. You want to pick up your phone and call your mom, or call your dad, or call your aunt, or call your best friend that's passed away, and you can't. That's the best time to listen to the things around you. They're talking to you. They're giving you that little rub on the shoulder, the little hug that you need. I'm going to make a little confession here. I didn't have this written. Last night I was sitting here at Witch's Ball and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have tomorrow's reflection even started. What am I going to do? And I woke up from a dream at 6:30 this morning and I knew exactly what I was going to talk about and I was going to wing it. So I did. But I knew I could do that because I have all of you here supporting not just me, but this church. And I also had my parents. They were with me. They're always with me, as well as my grandparents. I am honored to be part of the Earth-Based Traditions team. I am honored that you are trusting me with your family's names so that I can next weekend take them and put them back out there. And I thank each and every one of you for everything that you give to me. And I hope I give it back to you tenfold. Listen more often to things rather than people. So if you would like to stand, if you're willing or able, I would like to do our closing song, number 1066, O Brother's Son. Let's go ahead and extinguish our chalice. Daryl, if you wouldn't mind extinguishing the chalice for me, and we will say our extinguishing words. For those who came before us, we offer gratitude and thanks. May their memories be a blessing. May we feel surrounded by their love as we go forth in time and place. Let us be inspired by their courage, their wisdom, and their dreams. Let us honor them by doing the work boldly, loving mightily, and creating heaven on earth. Amen, and blessed be. My closing words is an ancestor's prayer that was, I'm sorry, you may be seated. I apologize. An ancestor's prayer by Anonymous is who it's from. As the veil between the worlds has thinned, I call upon those who came before the ancient gods. I celebrate with you as my ancestors did. Spirits of my mothers and fathers, watch over me always, guiding and protecting me. As your blood runs through my veins, your spirit blooms in my heart, and your memories live forever in my soul. And if you'd like to join me, Mary meet, Mary part, Mary meet again, so mote it be. And before Kathy starts her closing prelude, I'm sure you all have noticed we're not sitting normally today. I would love some help cleaning up after the witch's ball. We need to get the tables back downstairs. I need to get all these candles put away. So if I could get a few people to help me out after we have our snacks and treats up here, I would appreciate it immensely. Thank you.
Air we breathe and air we live in, hands connected to hands, stains. Air sustains, carries drum and voice, hands connected to hands. See in the mirror of life, the light of the world, divinity reflected. Taste the waters of life, feel the hope of the world. We all are one now. Fire fuels our passion onward, hands connected to hands, Feel the heat in the dance, the movement, hands connected to hands. Liquid water fulfills our bodies, hands connected to hands, is a part of us all connecting, hands connected to hands. See in the mirror of life, the light of the world, divinity reflected. Taste the waters of life, feel the hope of the world. We all are one now, 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 now. Solid earth centers all others, hands connected to hands, The bone and rock that support and hold us, hands connected to hands. See in the mirror of life, the light of the world, divinity reflected. Taste the waters of life, feel the hope of the world. We all are one now. See in the mirror of life, the light of the world, divinity reflected. Taste the waters of life, feel the hope of the world. We all are one now, 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 all one now. Divinity reflected now, 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 oh now. Oh, see yourself reflected now, 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 all one now. divinity reflected now.